Hey, it's good to be with you all today. So I'm a little bit later than I thought I would be. I thought about going live and I thought about it so vividly. It was like I did it already. At any rate, I am hopping in here with you today on a Tuesday to talk about this idea or this thought that I've heard. They say to go fast, go alone, to go far, go together. And I think about this saying all the time. It's always in my head. And I'm really excited to unpack this for you today because it's on my mind every time I interview a potential client for my coaching programs. At first, they say they don't want to do this work in a group. They think, oh no, I need to work in a one-on-one basis. And this is like, they really, really believe this. They believe this because they think they're embarrassed to share their problems. They think they're the only ones with their problems. They think that they're not going to learn anything from the group. They think they don't have enough to offer the group. They think they're going to be the slow kid in class. A lot of times they also think they're not going to get enough of my time. They think somehow that I'm the one with the magic and I'm the one that knows how to fix their problems. And so I explain to them, I offer tons of opportunities to receive direct feedback through written exercise. I actually spend, I have about 9 different exercises that are interactive that people can do to apply concepts to themselves and really think things through and then submit to me in writing, and I will give intensive feedback. And then they tell me, I hate writing, don't want to write. Talking works better. They're auditory learners. They really just can't do this whole writing exercise thing. So I tell them, okay, great. You don't want to write things down. That's fine. You can send me an audio tape. And by the way, you might be an auditory learner, which is fantastic because I also have an extensive video collection. You don't have to even watch them. You can just listen to them. And then they tell me they hate lectures. They say they don't like watching videos. They can't sit still that long. Their eyes hurt already from too much screen time. They just can't possibly do this totally by video. And they really feel like they need my one-on-one support. And somehow, despite all of these things, despite them believing that they need my individual attention and being worried they're not going to get enough of it in group, but aside from them thinking, oh, I can't share this in a group, I'm the only one with this problem, somehow, nonetheless, they decide to get super brave and plunge into the Mindful Dating Intensive. And it changes. Everything changes. It's amazing because these are the things that happen when they're in the group. They realize they're not alone. Other women have walked in their shoes. Some of these women are further down the path, which gives them hope. And they learn a lot from the women in the group who are further down the path. And this is the amazing thing. When people are inside the Mindful Dating Intensive, the growth happens so much faster because you actually see what the end point is. And it turns out that having me as a coach is a little bit of a barrier because you think somehow that I was magically born knowing everything I know and I couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be in your shoes. But as it turns out, it's a lot easier to hear certain things from other group members. So you learn from people who are wearing your shoes and are just a little further down the path. And this is what women discover when they're inside the Mindful Dating program. Then later, they're not the new one in group anymore, and they see how far they've come, and they're the ones giving help and support and guidance to the other new people. All those written exercises that they didn't want to do, that they thought weren't going to get them enough of my attention or enough of my time, as it turns out, those written exercises actually bring them entirely new insights than they ever would have gotten by simply talking things through with me on a call. Plus, they have all of their thoughts recorded to go back to later in a way that you certainly wouldn't have on a call. We don't do a live recording. I don't write a transcript down. But when somebody takes the time to do those reflective exercises and puts it in writing, it's there. It's always there on video for them. And the feedback I gave in writing, well, it turns out that even though it was in writing, it came across as sensitive, insightful, and thought-provoking. And believe it or not, they felt that it was just as good, if not better, than a one-on-one session because they were able to unpack a lot more while really just getting a lot of like juicy nuggets of feedback. It was much more time and cost effective that way. Those videos that they weren't so sure they could stand watching because their eyes already hurt from so much internet time. Well, actually, they found those videos so worthwhile that they've watched them several times and they go back to them later to refresh every now and then. And when they finally start a relationship, then they want their partner to watch the videos as well. It's amazing how it all changes inside the program within just 12 short weeks. And this is why I always think to go fast, go alone, and to go far, go together. Because what has happened inside the Mindful Dating Intensive is that I've created a very robust program that allows you to go alone into your own mind and heart through interactive exercises. And you can unpack in those written exercises things that you might not really ever share in a group. And that's where you get to share that sensitive stuff and you get to go fast. You get to kind of speed through that and you get a lot of time to really focus on you during the program. That's the go fast part. And then there's the go far, and that's the go together part. And that's where you get the group support. That's where we're all together. That's where you learn from watching me coach another person. That's where you receive and share support with another group member, and you go farther than you ever thought you would. And when you put both of those together and you're doing the individual work and you're getting the private feedback and you're doing the group work and you're getting the group support, the amount of progress people make in just 12 weeks, which is a really short period of time, it's just incredible the amount of support people get. And I'm really curious. I mean, if you're watching this, I think my question really for you, and the reason I wanted to talk about this, I very much have in my mind that I would love to launch a group for women who want to work on issues not necessarily dating related, because inside the Mindful Dating Intensive, and part of why I'm so excited about this program and so dedicated to it, is that women get so much more than just dating advice, and they get better at relationships beyond just dating relationships. What they get changes their whole lives. And I would love to expand this to other women who want to have better relationships with partners, with adult kids, with kids, maybe with coworkers. Maybe you just want to have a better relationship with your own self and be more self-led. And if you were able to go farther, faster, what goal would you like to achieve? Like, what outcome might be something you would want to dive into? What would you change in your life? Where would you go if you could go farther, faster? That's the question I have for you. If you are comfortable dropping a note in the comments, I would love to read it. If you're not, please drop me a DM, because I would love to just be engaged and chatting with people who have goals in their lives, who believe that they have purpose, meaning, and value, and really want to do some of that inner work, because I love helping people with that. That is just like lights my whole soul up. So let me know what's on your mind. Take care.